Yeah. What's going on, good friends? My name is MC Still with everybody's Hiphop Label. You're tuned into the Boom Bap Chat. This is number 46. If you are in Cincinnati or want to come visit us with your mask on and all that, make sure you go check out everybody's records over in Pleasant Ridge. They got dope music, records, CDs, tapes. They have it all. Make sure you support them. They support the hip hop scene. So we like to show love back to them. This is the Boom Bap Chat 46. Super excited about tonight because we have a legend in the place to be, someone that I've looked up to for many, many years since their debut, his debut with DIGABLE Planets. We want to welcome to the show the one and only Doodlebug from DIGABLE Planets. C Knowledge, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. What's up, man?
Yo, man, it is such an honor to have you here tonight. One of the things we do in the Boom Bap Chat is we like to show appreciation, show love, give flowers. And I was reflecting on when your first album came out, Reaching. Heard that first single, obviously the smash single, Cool Like That. And I begged my mom. I was like, Mom, you have to buy me this tape. You have to buy me this tape. And so she bought it for me and my brother to share. And obviously I was the one, I was younger, but I loved hip hop more than my brother. So like, it was my tape, you know. But I remember just falling in love with that album, like the jazz appeal to it, just your vocal delivery is just so laid back and chill. And then I remember I liked Blowout Comb when it came out, but I liked Reaching more for a few years. But the more and more I listened to Blowout Comb, I was like, man, I grew to love that album even more than Reaching, and I love Reaching. And so I just want to just say thank you for creating those moments in time that I can still go back and remember, you know, what I was doing and remember the inspiration, you know, that you gave me along with your, you know, your partners with DIGABLE Planets, and just all the inspiration and just the good music that you gave this world. So I just want to show you some flowers and say thank you for that.
Man.
I appreciate
Salute,
it.
brother. Salute. I appreciate the love, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man, for sure. So before we jump into your new music, because you have a new album out, it's banging. So we definitely want to talk about that. But we do want to go back a little bit and talk a little bit about your DIGABLE Planets days, because you actually reunited and you all were on tour when the pandemic hit. Is that right?
Yes, we were.
How long were you on tour on this stint?
Most of our tours recently, you know what I'm saying, we old cats now, you know what I'm saying? So we go out maybe like 2 weeks at a time, you know what I'm saying? We got families and things we got to get home to. So we try not to be on the road for more than like about 2 weeks. Sometimes it might be a special tour that might last a month or a couple of weeks, you know what I'm saying? But normally about 2 weeks. I think on that run was about a week and 2 weeks we was on the road. I think the last show we were doing, I think it was the DMV area. I think it was a venue in Virginia, right outside of Washington, D.C.
What's it like touring with Ish and Ladybug Mecca now versus back then?
I don't know. It's the same, man. It's the same kind of love. I mean, it's different in the way that, you know what I'm saying, we're a little bit more mature, more comfortable, and in our roles, you know what I'm saying, on stage. You know, back in those days, we were young, nervous, you know, new to the game, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure our way, you know what I'm saying. And now, you know what I'm saying, we veterans, we've been doing this for a long time now, you know what I'm saying. Now it's just like, it's invigorating, you know what I'm saying. I just love to be on the stage with those two cats, you know what I'm saying. We sometimes don't see each other for a minute, and then we get back, and there's times when we have a chance to rehearse, but then there's other times when we have shows where we just have to just fly from different areas of the world, meet up at the show, and then rock the show, and it just like seamlessly comes right back in the flow. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how we do it, but it does, man.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love working with them cats.
What was it like after, you know, when you had some tension? You know, I've heard you all talk about it before in other interviews in the Unsung documentary, which is dope. When you had some tension in the group and you kind of, you know, got away for a little bit, what was that like when you came back together after that?
No apprehension. You know what I'm saying? We had to rebuild the trust, you know what I'm saying, the relationship. It wasn't totally separate, you know what I'm saying? Because that love was always there, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can only speak for myself, but the love was always there for my two compadres, you know what I'm saying? There was just time and space, you know what I'm saying, creates disinformation and just, you know what I'm saying, we just had to rebuild that trust again. And we had a meeting one time, I think it was like 2005. Ladybug and her business partner at the time had a studio in Manhattan, and they asked us to come up there, and we all met in New York, sat down in the studio, and talked it out. You know what I'm saying? And the next thing you know, we was touring. We went out to Europe and we toured for a couple of weeks, and the crowds was just crazy, lines around the corner, and the reaction was just so bananas. We just couldn't believe it. It rocked us like, dang. So then we realized like, maybe this is something we should keep doing. You know what I'm saying? And we came back to the States and we started touring around for a minute all over the States. And it was a good thing for a minute. Then I think we stopped around 2010 or something like that for about a year, for a few years. And then we got back together in 2015 for a show that Ishmael had put together in Seattle. We did a reunion show in Seattle, and Camp Low opened up. Oh, wow. And it was pretty dope.
Yeah. Man, I bet that felt nice getting back together and getting the love from the audience like that.
Man, I'm telling you right now, I was so nervous, the jitters, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, I needed some KO Pectate or something like that. I was nervous because I didn't know what to expect. You know how the crowd was going. You know what I'm saying? You got a long haul. You're trying to figure out, like, damn, how the crowd gonna react. How we going? Do we still have the magic? You know what I'm saying? On stage together. But then once the curtains went up and the music came on, we came out to Peaches and Herb reunited, and then the crowd, when they threw that on and the crowd started going crazy, I was like, yo, we all looked at each other and was like, yeah, yes. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. And it was just on from there.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. So taking it back to the first album, I'm very curious about the making of the music on that album. Was there live instrument, players in the sessions making the music? Was it sample based? Did you have a hand in it? Was it mostly Ish? What was that like?
What album are you talking about?
The first out, Reaching.
Oh, Reaching. Oh, yeah, that's all Ishmael right there. And it's all mostly samples. There's a few live stuff, but it's mostly sample driven. You know what I'm saying? Drum machines and stuff like that. A few instrumentations here, but for the most part, it's sample driven. And we were lucky enough to work with Shane Faber and Mike Mangini, who did Tribe Called Quest, Native Tongues. They were the engineers for those famous projects on our label. They believed in us, you know what I'm saying? Because Ishmael had the whole, you know what I'm saying, the whole concept down pat for the music wise, you know what I'm saying, for the whole album, you know what I mean? And they believed in his production, but they wanted somebody that was a little more experienced, you know what I'm saying? And to come in there, somebody that we respected, you know what I'm saying, to come in there and, you know what I'm saying, show us the ropes in the studio. And they did, you know what I'm saying? We used to travel out from Brooklyn, take the dollar van to Manhattan, and then jump on another van to New Jersey. And their studio was above this little dentist office in Gutenberg, New Jersey. And North Bergen. They right next door to each other. But I think it was North Bergen, New Jersey, where the studio was at. And we go there every single day, like Monday through Friday. It was like our job. You know what I'm saying? We got up every morning, go there, be all day to the end until like it got dark. And then we would just jump back on the van and head back to Brooklyn. And we did that for a whole summer, and ended up with that Reaching album. Very proud of that project. You know
should be. That's a classic album. Was there a moment in time where the three of you knew that you had something super special? Or did you not realize that until after the music came out and blew up?
Of course, you as an artist, you feel like your music is good. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
but you also self-conscious of how the rest of the world is going to react to it. You're not sure how they're going to react. You inside your head, you already platinum. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you're not sure how the rest of the world's going to take it. You know what I'm saying? Or even receive it. You know what I mean? And I think the first time I felt like we were really on and had something going was when Rosie Perez flew in from New York, and she was the talent coordinator for a show called In Living Color.
Yeah.
And she said that the Wayans brothers and them, they loved our music, they loved the style and everything. And she flew in personally and had a meeting with us on our label, the people at our label, and told us they wanted us to fly to LA and perform our song on their show, which was one of the hottest shows at the time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We were
Yeah,
like
it was.
super excited, man. And like, wow. At that moment, I was like, yo, this is big. I just felt like at that time, though, we had something really good right there.
Right. You made in living color. Like that's when you knew.
Exactly.
Like this is
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, the crazy part for me is I remember when you guys were on a guest on, not a guest, but like shouted out on Def Comedy Jam. And Martin Lawrence was pointing y'all out and making jokes. That's when I knew you were big.
So I think it was me. I think it was me and Ish. I think Mech was with us too. I think she was with
I
us.
think so.
Yeah, a couple of our friends was with us, and we were sitting up in there, and all of a sudden Martin Lawrence started like geeking on us.
Yeah, he was clowning on you. And I was like,
that's the highest form of respect, though. You know what I'm
it
saying?
is.
Yeah, for sure. Before we jump into the blowout comb, because I have some blowout comb questions. Profound, did you have anything you wanted to say, or Joe, anything on the Reaching album that you wanted to know about? Or
man, it's still in my rotation. I just wanted to know. Of course, I'll definitely give y'all props on everything that y'all have done. I'm still a huge fan. I wanted to know, man, did y'all, and I'm sure y'all got this question before. Did you see or envision that how many years later, 30 years later, that y'all would still be like rocking these songs, and unto new listeners too, the younger generation that might know those songs? I'm just wondering, like, most of us being MCs and whatnot, like, I don't ever write anything and be like, hey, I wonder if they're gonna be feeling this 20 years from now. You know what I'm saying? So I just want
and I mean, to be honest, I didn't think that either when I was writing. You know what I'm saying? We were like everybody else, caught in the moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there was certain visionaries that think certain, but I wasn't one of them. You know what I'm saying? I was caught in the moment like everybody else, living that moment, soaking it up, loving it. You know what I'm saying? But as an MC at the same time, you know what I'm saying? You think, I mean, once you don't get a little taste of success as an MC or a producer or a DJ, because then you think like, yo, I'm doing this to the day I die. You know what I'm saying? I'm being a senior citizen home, rocking and doing stuff like, you know what I'm saying? So in that regard, yeah, I thought I was going to do this forever. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't honestly think that those songs we did was going to like last the test of time, and people like 30 years later we got shows now where people are bringing their kids to the shows and introducing and their kids love the songs and know the songs, and it's like, it's crazy, man. But that's the power of music, because that same energy, I felt that same energy. You know what I'm saying? There were artists before me that I did the same exact thing and looked up to, and now I have my kids listening to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, it's just the reciprocity of it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can relate. I'm playing Digable Planets music for my kids. They're 9 and 5, so they're getting it in. Yeah.
I have a funny story. When I was playing, when Cool Like That came out, I think I was like a senior high school, and I was on a church retreat, and we were driving, and they were like, hey, let's play some different music. And so I let the manager have the tape for Cool Like That, thinking it was going to be cool and everything. I forgot there were curse words in there. And when it came on, I was just like, oh. But it was all good. Everybody was still vibing and everything. But to me, the best song to me that reached me personally was Nickelback's. And it was only because the way that the beat was produced, taking that Herbie Hancock sample and flipping it, making it into a different type of groove, interpolating Parliament in the chorus. It was just a whole groove, man. And it just really spoke to me, and I really appreciate y'all doing that particular song. That's the one that spoke to me the most.
Speaking of sampling, we talked a speech from Arrested Development a few weeks ago, and we got into the sample discussion and about him getting sued over samples. Did you ever run into that, or did your label pretty much
no doubt. I mean, we actually had a song called Brown Baby Funk that never made it on the Reaching album. That was a really dope song. And I'm trying to think of the name, Duke, Charles Duke. Man, I can't think of his name. Something Duke. You know what I'm saying? It was famous jazz player. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But anyway, we used his sample and he wouldn't let us clear it. You know what I'm saying? We had a hard time. We had a hard time clearing it. You know what I'm saying? But at least we turned into. So we had to like garbage that song, you know what I'm saying?
Does that song still exist somewhere on a hard
Yes.
I don't
drive
know,
or a
maybe
tape?
Ishmael might have it somewhere,
He
you know what I'm
might
saying?
have
But
it.
I don't I wish I
All right.
did, but I don't have it nowhere, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna plot and scheme to get him on the show.
Yes, we might be on a
Get
mission
that
now.
I'm sure
song.
Ruben Rodriguez or somebody at Pendulum Records, they
Oh
got
yeah.
that somewhere in their files.
Okay.
Ish might have it though. I gotta
Yeah.
ask him. He might have it.
Man, I'd love to hear that. Love to hear that. Blowout Comb, the recording process of that album. You did have a lot of studio musicians.
Now that was
right?
full of live instrumentation. You know, all those interludes was all that's a live orchestra. You know what I'm saying? Our horn players in our band at the time, when we were touring, after we toured, we went to the studio and we hired them to go in there and compose the interludes, and they went in and composed them, and then we hired musicians to come in, and it was a full orchestra. You know what I'm saying? It was an amazing studio session. You know what I'm saying? And they recorded all those interludes, you know, live.
Yeah. With that album that is so cohesive and so classic and timeless, it's hard to imagine that there wasn't this like brilliant vision from the beginning that this is how we're going to lay out the album. And I'm just curious, did you just go in and record a bunch of stuff and then pick out the songs that made the cut? Was there this like big vision behind it? What was the process like in that regard?
I mean, overall, there was a vision. You know what I'm saying? You could tell. You could look at by the album booklet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where we had it set up like a. You know what I'm saying? There was a theme to it. You know what I'm saying? Everything was a theme. I mean, a lot of the songs, you know what I'm saying, were built. Some of them built on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Different ideas. That album was a lot more collaborative than the first album. You know what I'm saying? I brought in the sample for the Dial 7 song, and it was a Tramp sample.
Okay.
And Ishmael and the Cats, they went in there, and Dave Darlington and them, and they flipped it. You know what I'm saying? And it turned into Dial 7. And Ladybug did a lot of writing and you know, music ideas on that second album as well. You know what I'm saying? And the guys in our band, like I said, they composed the interludes and all the interludes for that album. So it was a lot, you know what I'm saying, a lot of instrumentation and a lot more collaboration throughout the whole DP fam, you know what I'm saying, on that album.
Yeah. And I feel like it's one of those albums that like kind of it has the potential of like lifting you up and taking you somewhere else. You know, there's some albums where it's like this song's dope, this song's dope, this song's but this album just felt like a whole experience that like you can listen to this in one sitting and feel like, whoa, did I just listen to that whole thing? You know, just it's that good. And one of the reasons I like it so much is not just the sound of it, but the content. It seemed like you all were more focused on themes on that album. You know, with was it your dad that was in the Black Panthers and Ish's dad in the Black Panthers? And I feel like some of those like Black liberation themes came out more in that album. Was that something that was done on purpose, or was that just kind of where you were at the moment?
No, I think it was, definitely done on purpose. I mean, the first album, we did what we wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? It was us, it was all us, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And but on the second album, we a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, got more experience now in the music industry, traveled the world, you know what I'm saying? And experienced racism and a lot of different stuff, you know what I'm saying? A lot of crazy stuff we experienced during that time, you know what I'm saying? And hardened us, and you know what I'm saying? And it changed us, and we evolved from that first album, you know what I'm saying, to the second album. And because of the success, it emboldened us, you know what I'm saying? The success of the first album emboldened us to just do what we wanted to, because the label wanted us to go back and repeat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They wanted some more cool like that, you know, singles, you know what I'm saying? Right. They wanted some, you know what I'm saying, to keep that machine moving, you know what I'm saying? Right. Which is cool too. But as artists, you know what I'm saying, and young, rebellious 20-year-olds at the time, you know what I'm saying, we wanted to do something, create a whole nother movement, a whole nother world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Smash some more pumpkins, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just break, you know what I'm saying, break new lanes, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we did. And that during that time, you know what I'm saying, hip hop was very conscious, you know what I'm saying, very aware. And you know, there's a lot of things going on during that time, Rodney King, a lot of things going on, you know what I'm saying, that affected our thinking, the way we looked at the world, you know what I'm saying? And it reflected on that album, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, I feel like the album did well. I mean, Ninth Wonder was a pretty big hit. Did the album do well enough for the label to be excited about, doing another album, or did it not?
No, they would. I mean, they probably would have. They would have done another album, but it wasn't it didn't have the success of the first album. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because there were a lot of different factors that were involved in that. You know what I'm saying? Because after the first album, we were signed to a boutique label called Pendulum Records, run by Ruben Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? And that label was distributed by Arista on the first album. And then there was some discrepancies, you know what I'm saying, between the label and the distributor, and led to us and our whole label leaving and going over to EMI. And during that transition, we put out that Blowout Comb album, and I think it got lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? We had established relationships with the marketing crew over at Arista. We knew them. We hung out with them. You know what I'm saying? We go to parties, go to their houses, play, you know what I'm saying, play tennis with them, do all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We knew them. We ain't know nobody really at the EMI. We was new over there. They already had their own little, you know what I'm saying, circle of artist friends and groups. They were already, you know what I'm saying? So we had to develop that relationship and all, you know what I'm saying, that coupled with relationships starting to crumble with management, and then internal interpersonal relationships within the group was starting to fall apart. You know what I'm saying? So you have all those things that just led to the second album not really having a lot of success. Not as much success as the first album did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's ironic though, because that when I ask people online, which album do you like more, Reaching or Blowout Comb, it's almost always like 95% of the people say Blowout Comb. That's the one that people really resonate with. So
that's dope. That's dope.
I think it was in the Unsung documentary that TV One did. You said that you didn't want the group to break up, and you talked about how you wish you had the words to say that maybe that would have helped. Like, hindsight's 2020, but if you could go back in time, like, what would you have said to the group at that time?
I mean, I don't know what I mean, there was, based on what was going on at the time, I mean, I know exactly what was going on, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what I would have said particularly, but I would have done certain, I think I would have I wouldn't have been so complacent or laid back and just, you know what I'm saying, going with the flow. I probably would have sat down and talked to Ish or talked to Met separately, you know what I'm saying? Just to make sure everything's cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Back then, I had my little crew, Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? We were sitting around smoking mad weed, playing video games, working on music, you know what I'm saying? Doing what we do. Yeah. Each one of us had our own little crews around Brooklyn. We all lived in separate parts of Brooklyn, and we were just doing our own thing. And I think I should have been more proactive and, you know what I'm saying, in terms of maintaining our friendship. You know what I'm saying? I think that might have helped, might not have, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It might not have, you know what I'm saying? But so it is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
It is what it is, yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, well, one of the things I appreciate, I don't think when I've watched interviews, I've never heard you or Mecca or Butterfly-ish expressly say exactly what the issue was. And, you always want to know, like, what was it? But I always appreciate, like, when people are like, no, I'm not going there. Like, that's my business, not your business. And there's like a line. I feel like you all have drawn a line. Like, we'll give you so much, but we're human beings. And there's certain things that, we need to keep, to ourselves. Is that kind of how you all feel and operate?
I don't really think about it like that. I'm not thinking about that consciously, but I guess that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I think at this point, maybe at some point when we can control the narrative, you know what I'm saying, in a certain situation, we might air that, we might let people know what really happened. We might not. You know what I'm saying? Right now, that's our business. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's our business. We have to deal with it on our own. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at some point, we might tell everybody, but I'm not going to be the one. Unless everybody in the group tells me it's cool, I ain't going to be the one.
Right, yeah. No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that about you all. And I'm glad that whatever it is, you overcame it and got back together and, started touring again and all that.
That's the most important thing.
Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. For sure. Before we go into the new music, Profound or Joe, did you all have anything you wanted to chime in with about Blowout Comb or Digable Planets?
That's still in my rotation too. Blowout Comb, man. Still. That and Reaching.
Yeah. Right. What's your song on Blowout Comb?
Man, the J. Rue joint.
Ooh,
I got the knowledge of God, it's all in my cipher, man. That sample, man, the sample in that joint.
Every time we perform that on live in the show, Ishmael, he knows that rhyme by heart. He always says that joint.
Man.
We
That's
finally,
dope.
I think we did a show like a couple of years ago in Germany, you know, because J. Rue lives in Germany now.
Yep.
He lives in Berlin now, you know what I'm saying? So we was in Berlin doing the show, and he came to the show, and we got him on stage, you know what I'm saying, to rock with us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I bet that crowd was flipping out.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
For me, for Blowout Cone, and I think I was trying to allude to this earlier before we started recording, but one of our friends, mutual friends, had posed on Facebook, you know, what's the best 3-single run on a hip hop album? Like the 3 singles you listen to right in a row. That, you know, how does that compare to like other singles from other prominent albums? And for me, Blue Rock Home is in my top 5, and it's not 5, with Black Ego, Dogged, and Jettin. I repeated those 3 songs continuously for a long, long time because those were the vibes for me.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
You know, like I could pick probably any 3 off of that album.
Yeah, that's
These
true.
are the best 3, you know. It's just but yeah, you're right. Those 3 are pretty dope. Those are pretty dope. So you came back this year releasing an album, the Caladelphian, and super dope joint. Want to talk about that a little bit. You released it, I think, last month? It was very recent.
Yeah, February 5th it dropped.
February 5th. Yeah. Can you tell us about how that album came together? You know, who did the music on it, and just give us a synopsis of the album?
Yeah, this album, I moved to California a few years ago, and I met my kids go to this charter school here, and there was this cool cat named Baker that was a music teacher there. He taught hip hop to the kids at the school, at my kids' school, and I got connected with him. He gave me his album. I listened to it. I loved it. And then me and him we got real cool, and he introduced me to this cat named Pop Jensen in Fresno. He owns this studio, has a big music community here. I met them cats. You know what I'm saying? They were mad cool. I love the whole studio situation. It made me feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I felt comfortable enough to, you know, go in there and start demoing up a few songs. You know what I'm saying? A couple of producer friends of mine sent me some tracks and kept saying, yo, man, let's do something, man. Come on, man. What you doing? You go over there, California getting soft, you know what I mean? So I was like, all right. So when I met with these cats, I demoed up a couple of joints and I sent it to them, and they was like, yo, I'm feeling this, man. Let's keep it going. So it kind of gave me a little superhero confidence, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So then I started crafting a couple of ideas, and I decided I wanted to do an album based on my new situation, you know what I'm saying? Philadelphia import to California, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thus the Caladelphian, you know what I'm saying? Right. And while I was out here, I met some cats on Instagram called the Caladelphia Eagles fans, you know what I'm saying? They have their own Instagram page, Caladelphia Eagles, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like Philadelphia's everywhere, boy, you know what I'm saying?
That's great.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I got in there and I started recording the album, and ended up recording about probably like 18 songs. I decided to put out 12 and hold on to a few of them. I might release on my SoundCloud page, or you know what I'm saying, or do something with them later, or maybe I might not do nothing with them. I don't know, but the sound was crafted by some of my longtime collaborators. I work with my man Next Malin, based out of Philadelphia. He now lives in Asheville, North Carolina. He was my tour DJ for a long time. Me and him been doing music for years. He did a song called Progress on the album with me, that I did with my girl Lizzie Jeff, the West Coast Wave Priestess. She rhymed on that song with me, and then I had my sister, the R&B Soul Priestess, Asta Mari, on that song with me. I met a cat out here in Fresno named Most Beats, young cat, like 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? Dope beats, man. This little young cat is dope. You know what I'm saying? Pure hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And he sent me a couple of beats, you know what I'm saying? And I think he produced about 3 or 4 songs on my album.
Oh, nice.
That's dope.
Another cat named Nimzo, an incredible musician out of New Jersey. He and I collaborated on some tunes together, and he and I did a song called Like Father, Like Son with my oldest son, Crown. My oldest son, Crown, is on that song. He also, and another song called Family Biz, which is produced by my man Miko out of Germany, who also produced a song called Do the Knowledge and Foundation. on my album. And then I had my brother Jorge Dubman out of Brazil, Salvador, Brazil, Bahia, you know what I'm saying, aka Dr. Drummer. He produced the song Seguir em Frente song, which is a word, which is roughly, it's a Portuguese term, which roughly translates into rock on. You know what I'm saying? He produced that song with me. And then my main man, Marketep, who produced some songs with me back in the day, you know what I'm saying? We did a song called Spaceman a few years ago, and he produced a song on this album called Cosmic Funk and Teleki.
Yeah, that one's that's a joint. I like that
you,
joint. Yeah. And who did the album cover? I see it behind you there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Love that. Yes,
that's a fresh cover.
It is a fresh cover. My man Dan Village, illustrator out of Los Angeles, California, Santa Barbara, California. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? Incredible illustrator. He does comics. You know what I'm saying? All types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's a brewing company out in California that uses his illustrations on their beer cans.
Oh, really?
I can't remember the name of the brewing company, but there's a brewing company that uses a lot of his artwork on there.
Yeah, that's fresh. Yeah. Well, if you don't have it, if you're tuning in to the podcast or to the live feed, if you've not heard the Caladelphian by C Knowledge, it's a really good album. It's on the Bandcamp. You can just search C Knowledge or search the Caladelphian on Bandcamp, and it'll pop up and you'll find it. And
Grown folk music.
And I know you have it's available on CD. Is it available on vinyl too?
It's on CD, digital streaming, and now on vinyl. You know what I'm saying? If you go to my website, you go to my Bandcamp page, cknowledgepresents.bandcamp.com. You can order the CD, you can order the digital streaming version, or you can get the vinyl. I also have bundle packs where you can also not only get the album or the CD, but you can also get a T-shirt. You can get an autographed poster. You can get sticker packs and also have face masks that come with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. I forgot about that. The face mask. Yeah, you got the face mask with the ill visuals. That's dope. Super dope. And what's next with Digable Plants? Are y'all gonna get back out on the road when it's safe to do so?
Yeah. We got we working on putting together, launching our first official website. You know what I'm saying? Official DIGABLEPlanets.com. We're gonna launch that in the next month or two. We'll have all our official merchandise, music. You know what I'm saying? Videos, everything pertaining to Digable Planets, you'll be able to get from there. And we're going to start doing live streaming shows from there. And I think we're going to do our first one sometime later on this year, maybe in May. Don't quote me on it, but probably like in May sometime. We're going to do it based out of Seattle. We're going to be in Seattle. We're going to do a live streaming show from our website. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully we'll get through this pandemic thing and we'll get back on the road again. You know what I'm saying? And start recording some music and all that. You know what I mean?
Oh, recording some more Digable Planets?
I hope so. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, nice.
We've talked about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
So. Well, you got a lot of fans out here that would love it. So
don't make me throw my headphones, man.
You crazy.
Man.
Listen, is there anything else that you want people to know that, maybe people don't typically ask you in these interview situations, or just anything that you want folks to know?
I mean, if you don't know, I'm a big time comic book head. You know what I'm saying? I love comic books. I mean, you can tell. I don't know if you follow my music, you can tell all my album covers. You know what I'm saying? I love comic book. You know what I'm saying? I wrote my own comic book along with my business partner, Thomas View. It's called The Epic of the Heaven and Earth Association. And right now we're working on getting it published, and we're working on a web series and a podcast that's going to be based on the comic book. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing. That's something different. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on.
Now, is that something that you do the illustrations or the writing or both?
When I was I used to draw. I mainly do the writing now. I write all the stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I doodle a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I have a professional illustrator that's doing the illustrations based on the story I wrote. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that's fresh, man. That's really fresh.
Yo.
Profound Joe, you got anything else? I know our time is winding down.
You know what?
Here.
I just want to know when the comic book come out so I can get one in like this.
Look at that! Look at my fellow comic book.
Yeah. So I just I'm on it. As soon as you get them done, I'm on it.
All right, no doubt, man. No doubt.
You mentioned earlier that like during Blowout Comb, you were kind of focused on what you were doing with your boys and playing video games and stuff. What was your video game of choice back then? What were you playing?
What you talking about back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Oh man, we used to run it with what's that, Eternal Champions. We used to play Coach K. Coach K was our joint. Oh my God, we would go hard. Fights would break out over Coach K. So I'm telling you, man, we'd be in there fighting off of Coach K.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Mortal Kombat, you know what I'm saying? There was a couple other games. I can't think of them all right now, but you know what I'm saying? Whatever the hot game was, we was on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever the hot game, we was on that, John. You know
that's great. How about today? Like, what do you like to play today?
Man, my son keeps me on the Roblox stuff. You know what I'm saying? He likes to keep me on that Roblox. He loves that to death. And also Tower Battle Defense or something, some game like that. And I'm also on my PS4. Crazy. I play Call of Duty, NBA 2K. You know what I'm saying? I get I love all the Star Wars type games. You know what I'm saying? I love this. I just got finished the Spider-Man's Morales game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dope.
Love that game. You know what I'm saying? Also, I'm into that virtual reality stuff too. I got a little VR set. I'll be getting down with that. That VR, that's crazy.
That's crazy, man. That's dope. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you being here, C Knowledge. We could talk all night, but we know that we have other responsibilities and we want to honor your time. But thank you so much for being here. Is there, I know,
respect, brother.
Yeah, man. I know there's a line on your new album about social. You don't do social media too much. I forget the exact line, but is there a social media that you like to have people follow you on to keep in touch?
Yeah, if you're on Instagram, you can hit me up on @officialdoodlebug. Also, the Digable Planets are on there @Planets Digable. You can also hit me up on Twitter @CKnowledge, and my band's Twitter page is @officialCFO, and Digable Planets is on there @Digable Planets. I'm on Facebook too. Anybody who's still on there, I'm on there under C Knowledge. And you can hit me up also on YouTube under Doodlebug TV. You know what I mean? I'm on SoundCloud under C Knowledge. And you can search C Knowledge on Apple, Google, Tidal, Spotify, you know, or whatever you like to get down on.
Yeah.
Check out C Knowledge or Digable Planets, you know what I'm saying?
Right on. Well, thank you for being here, man, and thank you for all the music. And we look forward to
Thanks for having me, brother.
hearing more music. Yeah, man. Thank you, man. Yeah.
Peace.
Peace, y'all. I'm gonna hit you with that comic book too soon, fam.
Man, please, that's what's up. I'm gonna be on you about it. That's what's up.
Hold on. I gotta show you something real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Please do. We got time.
All right, hold on. Let me pull out some comic books on you, fam. Pull out some comic books on you, homie. Put out some of these comic books on you.
Oh no, it's mixing in with the background.
Oh yeah, it's mixing in with the background.
Oh, there we go. Now
there we go.
Wow.
See? Yeah, man.
Yeah, fam. Wow. I gotta get my weight up. I gotta hit one of these comic book stores. I've been doing my virtual comic book shopping. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Man, I'm on it.
And also, I've been buying a lot of vinyl lately too, man. I don't know. This pandemic really got me on my vinyl and my comic books hard, man.
Man, yeah.
Are there some good spots in Fresno?
Comic books?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. There's definitely a few places. Yep.
Yeah. How about for vinyl? Are there some good vinyl digging spots in Fresno as well?
I haven't really found the spot in Fresno. Yeah, I do. I got a spot in Brooklyn that I you know what I'm saying. They send me little blurbs, and they also have an Instagram page. And they always put up blurbs of new breaks they got. You know what I'm saying? They let me know, and I just send them money, and they mail it to me.
Oh, that's dope.
That's what's up.
That's great. Yeah. Excellent.
Yo, but it's good to talk to y'all, man.
Man.
Yo, Philadelphia's out now. If you want and you like what you hear, you know what I'm saying? Check me out on cknowledgepresents.bandcamp.com. You know what I mean? MC Kill.
Go get it,
people. Very much for having me, brother.
Yep. Thank you for being here, man. I really appreciate you.
Enough respect to MJ, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. We love MJ here. She's dope.
No doubt.
Right on.
All right, y'all.
All right. Peace, man. Yep.
All right, salute. One love.
All right. Yo, y'all just heard the conversation with C Knowledge. Doodlebug of Digable Planets. I like,
Man, dope.
yeah, super dope, man. I've seen him in other interviews, and one thing I appreciate about him is he just comes across real genuine and
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
real cool. He's like the type of guy. It's like, man, I would love to just go get lunch
Yeah.
and just chop it up and talk about life, whatnot. I appreciate that about him, just his essence. Profound, you have any takeaways from our conversation?
Man, I thought it was really dope that they were able to get themselves back together, and have a conversation and dialogue with each other, and squash whatever it is. It's like, it's so funny because I'm not even interested in what it is. It's just, I'm just glad to see that they were able to put it together, and and keep it moving, because man,
Yeah.
that music powerful, man.
Yeah. I mean, all these years later. Yeah, Joe, what were your takeaways?
It's basically the same thing. That reconciliation is so huge. You
Yeah.
saw that with, for the most part, little brother come back together, in kind of a similar manner. But it's so important that that the music that they create is so profound that you can't get away from it, and you got to find a way to come together towards it, because it's something special. And
Yeah.
and they know that, and that's why they did what they did, to kind of put petty whatever aside, and just be like, let's do this for ourselves, let's do it for our fans.
Yeah.
And the prospect of coming out with new music, oh man, that
Yeah.
was no bad pun intended, music to my ears.
Yeah, what do you guys think? And Neville's with us. I believe Neville's still with us. What were your takeaways, Neville? You still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just was
Yeah.
with them, I'm just kind of like starstruck, I guess, because it's like I grew up on this,
Right.
I grew up on this music, and I remember playing this in the college dorms, not even college, in high school. The first album, actually, I was still in high school when Cool Like That came out, and yeah, just it was big impact.
Yeah.
Big impact on me. Tribe, Tribe was out there, of course. Everybody put Tribe, but Digable Planets definitely was my crew, man. But from this interview itself, just forgiveness,
Mhm. Right.
like you said, reciprocity, healing. I think that's what we need right now in general.
Yeah.
And the fact that they did that before all of this happened is a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
You don't
for
have to
sure.
wait till it's too late. You can do it beforehand. You don't have to wait till it's like the final hour or anything.
Right.
So that's what I got from that. They did it before all of this.
Yeah.
That's ill. What do you guys think it is? I know we talked about this a little bit before we went on, and we touched on it a tad bit, but that Cool Like That song is still relevant today, not just among, people like us that love it because we grew up on it, but with our kids and other younger people, like the song still resonates. What do you think it is about a song like that, music like that still resonates, 30 years later?
I think it's just because it utilizes the essence of jazz, which has been so timeless anyway. And then just adding the backdrop of hip hop right underneath it. And hip hop is the most popular genre going these days.
Right.
And so putting those two elements together, it's going to have a great shelf life, no matter what.
Yeah. Profound, were you about to say something?
Yeah, I think, to John's point, more specifically, the bass line, of course, you know what I mean? The bass line is so recognizable, of course and then the chorus was just so simple. And usually with the classic hip hop records, the chorus they're always simple, or the track is always simple. It's something that's simple for, that keeps everybody, keeps their attention for 20 and 30 and 40 years.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yep. Any thoughts, Neville?
Yeah, I think that it's one of the best samples in jazz loops in the history of hip hop. It reminds me, it's in the same element of as when you hear Troy from Pete Rock and CL Smooth.
I was just about
That
to say
sample, this sample is as recognizable as that sample.
Right.
It's definitely in the top 5 recognizable loops in hip hop, especially jazzy hip hop. That's the first piece is the sound and the horns, and then I think also that bass line, right? But also I think it's the that bass line's it. But the thing lyrically, I think the empowerment in the lyrics, cool like that, like self-assuredness, right?
Yeah.
But not like it didn't have no disrespect to anybody as a public enemy. And it wasn't aggressive. It was like
Right.
a reserved assuredness,
Right.
and sense of self and knowledge of self that was different, and especially from like a 5%er or pro-black. It was a smooth knowledge of self, which nobody really quite had that like them.
Yeah,
that's true. It's like you got X Clan on one side of that spectrum and Digable Planets on the other side.
Exactly. Very cool. And then you got like even Brand Nubian and them who did it, but still a little more aggressive with it at times. They never really got aggressive. Only their beats sometimes, like ninth one. But other than that, always really bad.
You know, you mentioned Pete Rock and CL Smooth, and that was the last question I wanted to ask you, fellas, is that when it comes to 1, 2, and out groups, Digable Planets put out, in my opinion, 2 classic albums. Pete Rock and CL Smooth, if you don't count the All Sold Out EP, they put out 2 classic albums. Can you think of any other groups that put out that caliber of albums, just two, and then they were out as a group? I can't think of another group like that. I mean, the Fugees put out 2 albums, but I wouldn't count that first album as,
No, nobody would. And if it wasn't for those 2 remixes on there,
it probably wouldn't.
You probably wouldn't have the score.
Right.
There's a lot more single MCs that have done that though, not groups, but a lot more single MCs did that. 1 or 2 big, man.
Can't
what's his name? Special Ed, the first 2 albums.
But didn't he put out a 3rd album?
Yeah, but I'm just talking about 2 and kind of like just, You're right. I guess you mean literally did not put anything. Else
right.
out?
I'm thinking of just a 1-2 punch. And that's it. That's all they put out.
Nah,
I can't think of anyone else.
Yeah, just them 2, and then disappeared. Yeah.
Wait a minute. How many X Clan albums were there?
Oh, well,
right. 2.
There's more than 2.
And they made a comeback.
But they did make a comeback. But I listened to the recent ones. It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't bad, no. But that's a good one, Profound.
X Clan for the time,
yeah, because those were 2 pretty classic albums as well.
And then I was going to say along the same lines where they weren't necessarily 1 and 2 and out, but it was like they're really the only 2 that you think of is the first 2 Far Side albums.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah.
And the group dynamics changed a little bit, I think.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, the other one, I just thought of this one, and this is fitting since our guest next week is Drez from Black Sheep. Black Sheep technically only put out 2 albums. And I love, like, a lot of people don't talk about that second album much. I love that second album. And I go to debate on people about how dope that album is. But then Drez, he kept the name going. So there's music released as Black Sheep, but it's just Drez. So
right.
I don't know if you got that. Anyway, but if you're tuning in next week, we got Drez coming up from Black Sheep. Super excited. One of my personal top 5 favorite MCs of all time. I love Drez. He has such a dope flow, great cadence. So we're gonna be chopping it up with him. What'd you say, Devil?
He could have been on a remix for Cool Like That though.
Yeah,
like he real cool. He definitely could have been on.
Yeah,
definitely. One of my favorites. That's all I'm saying. Just one of my favorites.
You too.
Well.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He's dope. So before we get out of here, it's not a hip hop show without the shout outs. So Profound, you got some shout outs for us?
Man, yeah, I'm just gonna give one because before the show started, I just found out a good brother passed away. Amadeus Rings, man, the incredible voice, incredible person. I just want to send condolences to him and his family. And I'm sorry, I just found out about it before we went live. So
wow.
Yeah, man.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, brother. Me too. But yeah, man, that's all I got today.
Okay. Joe, how about yourself?
Since I live in Texas and we went through that storm situation last month, just shout out to all the the neighborly people that helped each other out in the time of crisis. An shout out to state government for not getting their stuff together, and hopefully they can get it together this time around.
Right on. Neville, you got some shout outs for us?
Well, first and foremost, to continue on that note, like Profound said, RIP to somebody that found out passed day before yesterday. Same, this pestilence we got going on here, COVID. So Brian and Charlotte, to that family, rest in peace. And hey, on a positive note, Clubhouse. I'm just shouting out Clubhouse.
What about Clubhouse? What you got going on over there?
It's the great, the Boom Bap Chat. I hear it's a good club to join. A little greenhouse.
Yes, join the Boom Bap Chat. We're on there Tuesday nights, having a different kind of format. Check that out. Definitely want to give shout outs to in the lines of Neville and Profound, everyone that's out there hurting, and Joe talking about folks in Texas hurting. Anyone out there hurting, feeling the pain of a lost loved one. Definitely want to send in some love, peace, prayers, and comfort to you all for sure. Shout out to a bunch of people tuned in tonight. So shout out to Quint, Terrence, Leaf Erickson. What's up, man?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Leaf's dope. Holly Jane, Marcus, Jenny. Jenny lives in my neighborhood. We just found out. We're neighbors. It's pretty dope.
Nice.
Freddie. Who else was on here? Yeah, so shout out to everyone that was tuning in to the live feed. Really appreciate you. Shout out to DIGABLE Planets. See Knowledge. Man, what an honor to be talking to a legend like that. Someone that has inspired us so much. And shout out to Drez from Black Sheep, who's going to be on next Thursday night on the Boom Bap Chat, same time, 10 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully you'll come back and check us out. And last but not least, shout out to MJ, who we've been working with, getting some of these artists on. So really appreciate all the great work that you're doing for hip hop. So appreciate you, MJ. And to everyone else that's tuning in, you know what time it is. On that note, we say peace.
Peace.
Peace.